Greetings and welcome back to the Pokemon Leaf Green playthrough. Now we're off to...
You missed an aid! You missed an aid! He gives you
What?
shit!
I don't care. What aid? You talking about the guy that tells me about Route 2 Flash?
Oh, I
That's
thought
what
that
he's
guy
going
was
to
one
do.
of the ones who gives
You need to take back all the way back to the beginning of the goddamn game to get Flash. It's not working. It's not fucking worth it.
I believe he was added in this version to give you the
Hint to
idea
do so.
you have to go to Route 2 in order to get Flash, in order to get through Rock Tunnel.
Yeah, because they didn't tell you that in the original game, and so many people got lost in Rock Tunnel because of
You
it.
just had to check your Pokédex at the computer for it.
Right.
Which is slightly out of the way in the sense that nobody ever bothers to check their Pokédex except for me.
And me.
Well, in Black and White 2, the Pokedex tells you what Pokemon are in certain routes, which is
I
a
know.
godsend.
Yeah.
God bless you.
I mean, we have Cerebi and Bulbapedia for that shit,
I know.
but it's nice to have it in the game for once.
I'm having a hard
not
time
all-
looking for them
Not
in
all of
Cerebi
not
Net.
all of us play our games with laptop computers open right next to us like I do.
I do too.
I'm kind of guilty of that, I will admit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
This
I
is
need to
the
do
place
something
where
in an
you can
RPG.
trade for a Mr. Mime, too, I think, right?
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
believe
Yeah.
trade was
Well,
an
don't get
Abracadabra.
the wrong idea. I don't play it like that for the guides, although easy access to guides is a nice perk. I'm just constantly on like chat rooms and stuff while I'm playing my games.
I think I might be the only one that still buys the physical guide every now and then.
I bought
I
the
do-
Pokemon Black and White 2 guide just because it's easier to have a book in front of me while I play than trying to shift through tabs.
Yeah, that's
find
what I do. That's what I did too. That and just having
Well-
the maps with me allows me to just kind of see where I'm going better.
Yeah. I
I'll
wish
buy the physical guides for the maps and the collector's value. The actual guide part is balls.
So
I
now
like-
that we've caught more than 10 Pokemon, we have the HM Flash. And just for a little quick tip, every time one of your Pokemon evolves, it counts towards your Pokedex as capturing a separate Pokemon. So you don't have to catch 10 individual Pokemon in order to get this thing.
thank
is
you,
good.
God.
Now, Flash is... I guess it's kind of useful, at least for if you're doing fighting, trying to catch a legendary, because if you
Machine set.
it'll reduce the enemy's accuracy. So if you use it against a legendary until it's got minimum accuracy, you can pretty much just chuck Pokeballs at it without having to worry about anything.
Fade out.
I'll tell you, it is a good thing our Pokemon come equipped with disk drives in their foreheads.
I know.
Speaking of
She
disk
said-
drives, if you ever upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 8, don't be surprised if your computer doesn't recognize its own CD drive anymore.
No, that happened.
Certain
That's-
computers have that problem,
Huh.
like
Yeah,
mine.
mine kind of went like that when we upgraded from XP to 7.
You went straight from XP to 7?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that
mind
might-
you, who
Do you blame her for skipping Vista? I mean, really?
I'm not as
I
tech savvy as any
I
of you
tried.
guys.
installing Windows Vista on a virtual machine for class when I was at school the other day, and it wouldn't, and it just sort of stalled for an hour while installing.
See, I'm not as tech savvy as any of you guys are. I'm probably
not
one of the
either.
I'm probably one of the rare people who probably never had a problem with Vista because the only thing I cared about is can it play DVDs and can I run emulators on it.
Well, Vista does its job. It's just really inefficient about it. That's the main
Well,
issue. It's a system hog.
Okay. Well, this is what happened was that my dad's laptop is Vista, and he knows by hand like no, don't give like no, Vista sucks. We're gonna upgrade it to Windows 7. So he was working on it, and he knows how to do that stuff. Next thing I know, I get Windows 7. Bam.
And he just got aerial ace, and actually a pretty good flying type move.
It's basically Wing Attack, but better, because it's got the same base power as Wing Attack, only
it
it never
never
misses. So you have no
Wow.
use for Wing Attack ever again.
But I still don't have a
at one
flying
point,
type.
At one point, I would have understood all this jargon, but it's been so long since I've actually put a lot of time into Pokemon, like on my own time and not for recording, that I realize I don't remember what half of these moves do anymore.
For me, it's just something that's just sort of been permanently sealed into my memory. Because I think around the time Gen 3 was just sort of at its when we were in the middle of Gen 3, I just learned everything about the battle system.
Scary face. Really?
Oh, gee. It's
That
scary.
definitely wasn't a Gen move. That definitely wasn't a Gen 1 move. I would
It's a
remember if it were.
It's a face that's scary. Ooh.
Makes you
It
go
sounds
slower
like-
for some... I don't get this. You make a scary face at someone and they go slower. If I made a scary face towards someone, they would be running the fuck away faster than normal.
It depends on it depends on the person. Sometimes, like when someone makes a scary face, I just back away slowly.
I think the logic is that it makes them hesitate, which slows.
Or just outright confused. So like, why did he do
Silly.
that? What is he planning?
You're up to something, aren't you?
Why did my asshole just clench?
Ow.
What
How random.
a
I didn't
random
know
place
there
to
was an
find
ether
anything.
there.
Nope.
I hate that.
I-
I accidentally veer into some grass because of the damn bicycle controls and random battle.
This game sort of subscribes to the old school logic of make sure you check everything for items because you never know where the next one's gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I
super
will say
butt-
though, I think Generation 3 has the best bike controls in the entire series.
Oh yeah.
And this is
Have
just
you
going-
rid the
this is
Have you
just-
rode the mock bike in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, John?
No, I have not.
That's the
Oh,
one that goes.
God.
Okay, because I forgot the names.
laugh.
Basically, it goes
Great.
super fast, but you
Yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah.
take it all. And that wouldn't be a problem normally if there wasn't a mock bike obstacle course that you had to go through in order to catch Rayquaza.
I'm just going off general
That
experience
was a little-
with I just finished review. We just finished reviewing. Gen
Skype
2,
decided
so-
to dirt
and the bike
there,
all over
so
the
I
place.
didn't understand a thing you said.
You interrupted Johnny, so be quiet.
Shush. Do not interrupt the great Johnny.
So Johnny, you were saying.
Well, I was just bringing up the bike because we just
Okay, I think I'm
Gen
just
2.
not hearing things.
Oh my
Yeah, you're-
God! Stop interrupting.
He can't hear us.
Oh.
Hey, Lewis, you suck. Did you hear that?
You bring nothing but pain and misery to this
No,
team.
Lewis, you're an idiot. You
Yep.
get what I just
Skype
referenced?
decided derp.
You back
Oh,
now?
so you didn't hear us insulting you all that time. Excellent.
Yay. I was pulling a house reference there.
Let's keep insulting him until he gets back.
You're a moron.
That's
I
right.
didn't hear a goddamn thing for the last 20 seconds. Skype completely derped out.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us now at
And
least?
I'm still not hearing a goddamn thing. Well, I can hear you talking, but it's all gibberish, cutting out every 2 seconds. God
For-
damn you, Skype.
It's your internet. Lewis.
Yeah, that's your internet, Lewis.
It probably is.
You see,
Alright.
that is happening. I'm surprised. I thought we were going to get a little bored with all the mandatory encounters we were going to have, but no.
Fun.
Good old Skype problems, making things interesting. Anyway, I'm just going to continue on with the point I was bringing up like 6 minutes ago. I was only bringing up the bike controls because after we just finished the Generation 2 review, and I was riding the bike all over the place, and I just played Black and White 2 yesterday, where I think the bike handles like total ass in that game. This one is actually pretty smooth in terms of context.
Well, I haven't gotten the bike yet in Black and White 2, so I wouldn't know just yet.
Well, you just started like last night, so.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
tempted to ask all sorts of questions about Black and White 2 now, but I
Hold
have
it
to
for the
resist because
ramble.
we're going to be doing the ramble in like 20 minutes.
And so now you know when this was recorded.
Pretty much.
Sorry. Spoiler!
If you can figure out when the ramble was recorded.
Whoa!
Who the fuck am I kidding? The day after Black and White 2 came out.
Yeah.
No, Black
Date
and White 2
my
came out
birthday.
on Sunday. It's Thursday.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
Sunday.
telling them.
Speaking of,
Just so everyone knows, my birthday's
maybe
October
I
8th.
should we do Pokemon Black and Blue for the channel?
No,
Like-
I don't want my. No.
Why?
No.
I wasn't asking you. I was asking our viewers.
They're gonna say yes, so fuck you guys. No.
I know they're going to say
We'll
it.
put our subscribers to the test.
Is that a hack?
Let's see if they can live up to it. I want a comment saying that they want us to do Black and Blue, and I want that like to have like 1,000 likes.
Amanda, Pokemon Black and Blue is PETA's latest attention whore, money grubbing piece of shit flash game, making fun of a Nintendo game so that they can get
Publicity.
Fuck PETA.
No, I'm actually serious
That's
about
what
this.
they were talking about on Tumblr. I was confused. I was trying to find that article. I'm like,
When
wait,
you
what
get the
did PETA do?
chance, when you get the chance to look it up, it's actually not a very long game. It's just I'm actually let's see if our subscribers really want us to do this. I want a comment saying that they want us to do it, and I want a fuck ton of likes on that comment. If they can be done, we'll do it. Hell, I'll record it.
Pokemaniac Ashton Ketchup challenges you to a battle.
Ketchup. I swear, every time I hear Ashton, I'm thinking of Kutcher. Sorry.
I haven't heard
Ketchup.
about Ashton Kutcher since the mid
Cubone
2000s.
looks really bored. He's not even posing for the camera or anything. He's just sort of
Doesn't
standing
accept
there with
Like,
his bone
eh.
club held loosely in his hand.
Ah, fuck, I need a moment. Looks like.
Oh, you
Gonna
only have
get
one
his-
repel?
I want repel.
Damn it.
Why didn't...
And on the bike, that's going to end real quickly.
Oh yeah,
God.
just a tip. Buy super repels instead of max repels because you actually get more steps per Pokédollar that way.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Damn it.
To be honest, I never used repels or of any kind unless I'm trying to catch a Suicune or something.
Yeah. I
They're-
used to not. Sorry.
They, after a while, you get really sick of Wild Zubat appeared. Wild Zubat appeared.
Yeah, but I
Wild
endure
fucking
it
Zubat
anyway.
Well,
appeared.
anything appeared.
Yeah, just run away.
And every
Like,
battle
go
I
away.
fight on the on the way from A to B is one less battle I have to fight while I'm grinding.
Yeah, well,
That's pretty much how I approach it too. But after a while, and especially when it's a really annoying dungeon like this one, you
Yep.
want to use repels.
Wow.
Please. Well, unless what I do, and at the time, yeah, I wouldn't do the repels either. But like you said, it would get annoying. But at the same time, when I want to train, I would go back and I would pwn a bunch of Zubats or whatever
Well-
is in the cave.
Oh, Dinos!
yeah, if they're not, it's just like trainer battles are really the best source of experience anyway. A wild Pokemon experience is really minimal unless if you're farming Audinos in Gen 5, so
Well,
I
still,
really
well,
see no reason not to use repels. You're not
Well-
going to spend the money on anything else.
Well, my thing with that, I know that the wild Pokemon experience is kind of low. It's just, with me, I like to try to raise every Pokemon at the same level. So it's like if I got one that just turned 22, then I'm going to use the next Pokemon to become 22 and the same old, same old.
That's
So then I-
that's what I do as well.
That's what I do.
generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like,
I have a
you know,
question. Who rides a bicycle through a fucking cave?
We do.
Ashley does.
We'll ride a
gotta-
bicycle through a cave, but not in an evil base.
Wait, hold on. Do you mean in the game or in real life? Because in real life, I don't think you would ride a bicycle in a cave.
In real life, you'd have to be fucking crazy to ride a bicycle through a cave, which is
They
why
call
I'm
it a mountain bike for a reason, Lewis.
They call it a mountain bike because you ride it through slightly rough outdoor terrain.
Like
not
a mountain.
kind
We
of
are
terrain.
inside a mountain.
Not the kind of terrain you find in a cave. Dude, have you ever gone on a hike through a cave? Because I have.
I've
You
gone on a
aren't
hike-
biking through that.
I've gone on a hike in a canyon. To be honest, I would not be riding a bike at all since one, I have a horrible balance and I hit a parked car once.
Hell,
And
you know, you don't even ride a bike through a mountain unless it's on a hiking path or something. You know, something that's, you know,
I wouldn't ride it, period.
Oh, you're right. A donkey.
I was like
Jackass?
natural terrain is too, you know, random for biking.
Actually,
Oh,
no,
I don't know
Johnny,
what you're talking about. The floor looks incredibly flat and samey to me. Seems like it'd be incredibly easy to find
Yeah.
balance in here.
Like
Yeah.
we're running on linoleum.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. I was gonna say Johnny has a point with the donkey. You can actually use a donkey or a horse. It's kind of somewhat safer. You just gotta pray to God it doesn't see anything to spook it. So, like, stay away from deer, snakes, scary-looking twigs that may look like snakes, and all that stuff.
Yep. Pokemon caves, on the other hand, were built in Minecraft, so you can ride
Here.
your bike to your heart's content here.
Pretty much.
Sorry, this is someone who had experience with horses and wind and wildlife. Okay.
I don't
Just
think
fall off a
I've,
horse.
I think
What?
I don't think I've ever been close to a horse outside of like a farm fair or something like that.
I've done some horse riding lessons and such, and you learn some interesting things while riding a horse.
Yeah, like riding a horse makes you seasick. Who knew?
No, actually, you learn that horses are actually afraid of deer.
I was actually talking about the one time I've been close to a horse.
There's plenty of horse carriages in downtown Philadelphia, and and that's all. That's as close as I can get.
I'm not really an animal person, so I've never had interest in riding
I vaguely
a horse.
remember riding a horse for a few minutes when I was younger, and the up and down motion made me physically ill, so...
Well, then you would not, and it's glad you don't know my horse riding lessons, because there were times I've witnessed people falling off their horses and getting concussions, and I'm like, oh god.
Who thought it was a good idea to get onto the back of these wild, angry animals anyway?
They're
I
not
mean,
wild.
really, who thought of that?
Our
No,
ancestors.
you don't ride a feral horse. You'd be an idiot if you tried to
Well,
do that.
the first horse that
unless
somebody
you're
rode
professional.
was feral, so who
Yeah.
came up with the idea the first
Well,
time?
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they decided, maybe we should teach these horses not to hate us first.
Well, okay. This might sound weird out of context, but in a way, it's kind of like what the old with dogs and cats. Like there are some that choose to be domestic, but then there are some that you don't want to mess with at all, unless you're a real professional and you know how to break the horse. Then it's fine. I know that sounds weird out of context. Shut up.
I must break you.
Oh, well, no. That means like make the horse. That basically means like make the horse kind of tired, and it's like okay, fine, you win.
I just assumed they were going to backbreak it.
What an ironically appropriate tangent for a Pokemon commentary.
No, I was actually laughing at
Lewis,
the
Team Plasma is
Lewis,
gonna get all on our
it's
ass
great.
now.
It's Rock Tunnel.
Yeah. Might as well be talking about horses.
Thane, Master Horse Master.
If you want us to talk about what we're actually doing right now, it's Rock Tunnel, the dungeon nobody gives a shit about, and one I always get fucking lost in because of just the amount
hey,
of
look, we just killed Rocky Butterball Goro. Moving
Okay.
on.
Do you want to know what always confused me about Gen 2? They cut out pretty much every dungeon from the original Game Boy version. They cut out the Cerulean Cave. They cut out Pokemon Mansion. They cut out the Lavender Tower. They shortened Mount Moon with no reason and for no explanation. But they leave Rock Tunnel. Fucking Rock Tunnel. Perfectly intact.
Maybe
No,
it was
it's,
like
it's a bit of bridge.
Because, Ted, they were trolling you.
yeah, I was gonna say. It's like you can't escape all of them all.
Your Kadabra's getting all the experience here. You might want to switch up a bit.
I can
Yeah, you need
understand
to
why.
switch.
I can understand why they shortened the dungeons.
Space
but,
limitations, really.
Well,
Yeah.
space limitations, but presumably a good portion of the player base has already played Red, Blue, and Yellow. So making them go through the dungeons again would just be fucking redundant.
Looks
Well, I
at
mean,
black
I
and
don't
white
mind not having a lot of these dungeons there because I actually think that Gen 1 has the worst dungeons in the series. Maybe Gen 4 has worse, but I've only ever played that game all the way through one time. But
Well,
it's just, if you were gonna bring back just one dungeon, why fucking Rock Tunnel? That's all I want to know. Why this one?
maybe it was like we want to make you suffer. But anyway, actually, someone who has played like Gen 4, it could be a little bit memory loss because I'm sure when I actually played, I'm like, oh, I know I said this, but now seeing this, I was wrong. But I didn't find them that tedious. I didn't find them that as frustrating as this one. I forgot the number. Wow, it's late. It's morning. Okay, sorry.
I don't know, Mount, whatever it was kind of annoying.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
the fucking one where you need fucking defog, rock climb, cut,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
6,
yeah,
8
that one-
camps. Fuck that.
That one,
Yeah.
that one, I do admit it was a little annoying, but
That one was
everything.
stupid.
I can't
Yeah.
remember.
I used to want a Pokedex too. That was back when I was like, freaking, how
mean-
old was I? They had these Pokedex toys
Yeah,
that
yeah,
were
yeah.
actually pretty nifty, although they
Actually,
were
why
also a
they-
bit simple.
They didn't actually show anything, and they only had like 3 voice clips. One of my friends had one, and it was lame.
I don't care.
I thought it was pretty cool for what it was.
Yeah.
And
if
maybe-
anything, you can use that as a prop now for movies, and you can insert your own voice clips.
Mhm.
Yeah, that has happened. Like people have done like fake Pokemon trailers, and it'd be pretty nifty to see them.
Yeah.
Eh.
Anyway,
Like
Ryan, you were warning me about my cadaver getting too much experience. Well, I appreciate that, but you forget that I'm a grinding whore, and I have the Versus Seeker, so I think I'll be fine.
I suppose so, but I don't like... Just the way I play, I normally don't like to let one Pokemon get too far ahead.
It's driving
Even
you
if-
yeah,
When I was playing Black and White 2, I was at I think like level 20. I think I was like at level 28 or so, and I had my Growlithe, and I wanted it to learn Flamethrower before I evolved it into an Arcanine. So I sort of spammed Audinos and got it up to level 34, made it learn Flamethrower, evolved it, and then I didn't touch it until every other Pokemon was back up at that normal level because I didn't want to.
I kind of do that.
Well,
Don't.
I don't know if you guys noticed while I was recording this playthrough, but I like to fight all the bosses at the lowest feasible level.
And use the most boring, tedious methods possible to do so.
Well, they're boring and tedious to watch, anyway.
I don't know how much fun you
Satisfying.
can have spamming Harden until normal poisoning, not toxic poisoning, normal poisoning slowly kills a.
Well,
Yeah.
when you say it like that, it sounds boring, but think of it this way. At the end of the battle, you're just more satisfied than you usually are because you beat the boss sooner, and all that time you spent turtling only really matches about maybe a tenth of the time you would have spent grinding up to the level you should be for that boss fight.
I'm not even playing the game, and yet watching how low health Cheeky is having and watching it battle is making me tense up because I'm always afraid that, like, even
Yeah,
if
it
you
has
think you
super
have-
effective. It has super effective thing. It's just about everything it's
I
gonna
know,
fight.
but even then, I've done that too. But even if it was super effective, some reason the enemy Pokemon would suddenly pull a dick move, or suddenly like, oh hey, I have this move out of nowhere, and I'm gonna kick your ass all of a sudden. What the
Not
fuck?
not in Gen 1, no.
Most of the time, it's quick attack.
Well, technically, this isn't Gen 1. This is Gen 3, set
Yeah,
in Gen 1
you know
area.
you know what I mean. It's just that
Yes,
There's-
Actually,
there-
I should clarify what I mean when I talk about gens. When I say Gen 1, I mean Kanto when you're playing as Red. When I say
I
Gen
know.
2, I
I'm-
mean Johto Kanto,
I'm just saying.
etc.
I'm just saying
Well,
that.
well, hold on, Ted, because
The battle mechanics are Gen 3, so any
Well-
like
mine's the bike.
difficulty issues that Gen 3 has are probably going to manifest somewhere in this game.
Well, I guess what I was trying to say is when I say I hate Gen 4, I really mean I hate Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are fantastic.
Yes,
I like
they-
Platinum. It's a little
Eh.
better.
It's
Save
a little
save
better,
it
but not
for
much.
Gen 4.
That
it's a
Alvin
little
thing.
better in the sense that Final Fantasy X International version is a little better. You're still not going to like the plot anymore, and Tidus's voice is still going to annoy you, but at least the sphere grid doesn't suck as bad.
So anyway,
Hey.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lavender Town. And first things first, you might have noticed all those trainers that we saw at the exit of Rock Tunnel. I fought those guys off screen.
Yay.
So here we are, Lavender Town, 16-bitified. I should say 32-bit, I'm sorry.
Not that you can visibly tell any difference.
this place is depressing.
I actually do kind of like the Fire Red Leaf Green remix of this.
Yeah.
It's nice.
No, I,
Wow, you're right.
A
It is
lot of-
depressing.
A lot of remixes in Fire Red and Leaf Green are very hit and miss.
yeah. I will
This
actually.
place is depressing. I mean, look at the houses; they're all bland
Okay.
rectangles.
To be okay, this is actually a confession here. When I was a little kid and I was playing Lavender Town, I totally missed that this was a depressing town, missing the whole we're fighting in a cemetery until I grew up later and I played it again. I'm like, oh wow, this is really dark.
You're fighting in
What?
a cemetery.
I know, this is really disrespectful. Wow, why didn't I notice this before? Holy shit!
I love how they say pray and bless, even though there is no god in the Pokemon universe at this
Just
point.
bless for the Poke.
Praise
Pray
Arceus.
to Arceus
No, it's like-
didn't exist at this point. Thank fucking
Pray
god.
to WH.
I don't care. Pray to our-
YHWH.
Why
Because
would you pray to
spelling
that
out-
guy? He's a fucking asshole in Shin Megami Tensei.
And here we go with the rival Gary's battle in the. And he's even missing a Pokemon, giving further credence to the theory that you actually killed Eradicate.
That's fucking over exaggeration. Gary just put him in the fucking
Stop
box
reading
because he
creepypasta.
realized that Raticate sucks.
Yeah,
No,
I know.
But
You
Ted,
know, this is a-
Ted,
Oh.
you're being boring.
I'm also being logical.
But
Logic
it's,
is
come on.
Oh,
What else would he? What else would he be doing here?
At this point, let's put it this way. What's the day here? It's October 11th?
11th.
It's
Yes.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Eradicate died.
Yeah.
Fighting in a cemetery. Fuck.
And you know what else?
no,
is
no,
scary?
Ryan.
I just want
Gary
to say.
said he's here because he wanted to catch a Cubone. There.
Yeah, that too.
Bah.
Hold on. But what was actually just scary right now was that as Pikachu used Thunderbolt, actual thunder just roared outside my house.
You see, it's all connected. Eradicate
That's
that.
odd. It's nice and sunny over here.
Yeah,
Well,
it's nice
it's
and
kind
sunny
of
here too.
cloudy over here, and slightly sunny. I don't know, but thunder just happened. I don't know what the fuck just. What the hell, weather? It was hot last week. Now it's cold. Make up your freaking mind.
It's autumn. It's going to do that.
I have a question, Gary. If you've caught so many Pokemon for your Pokedex, how come you never fight me with a full party of 6?
Because he's picky.
Because Eradicate just died. Just have it
He
right
didn't fucking die.
Did so.
I,
there. Ted, does it disappoint you when you hear a Pokemon dies?
in a manga.
you know,
Happen eventually.
Pokemon don't die. They just...
Go to the Shadow Realm. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, they go to the
No.
PC box.
No, they yawn and go to the mountains.
All right, you do. Can't believe I forgot that.
They just return to the wild.
Yeah.
Is that some kind of euphemism for 6 feet under?
You know, I never get people who return their who set their Pokemon free because whenever I think of that, I think of that scene from Sonic Adventure 2 when you decide to release a Chow and you hear the sad music and you see the Chow walking away with like one of those little stick sacks. And I imagine that every time I do that, so I can never release a Pokemon from the box. I get the most horrible guilt trip ever, so I'd just rather keep them in the box.
I never
for
release
the rest of their
Pokemon.
lives.
If it makes you feel any better, I never release Pokemon. They stay in the box.
Yeah, they
I
stay in the
kind-
box.
I kind of.
The release
If-
option only exists for the same reason you have the option to throw away materia in Final Fantasy VII. Technically, there's a limit to how much you can have. You just never get anywhere near reaching it, so you never need it.
Pretty
Well, you
much.
could always buy that Pokemon box game for the GameCube, which pretty much is just a Pokemon box saved onto your GameCube memory card.
Oh yeah, I have. I think I have.
The only
It's
reason
the
any
genius who thought that idea up.
well, it's
Actually-
also an example of Gen 3 making you buy like 12 games in order to get the full Pokédex, because I think that was the only way to get, was it Jirachi or something, some shit.
Something like
I
that.
just cheated to get Jirachi. Actually, wait, no. Did it? No.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, my Jirachi's still in my Pokewalker.
He just called you a stinker. Man, I love this guy's insults. He's so creative.
Is it a guy
I
or
think
a
you're
woman?
like 2 minutes
Dick.
behind us.
Gary. Yeah, I think you're 2
Oh,
minutes
Garrett.
behind us.
There. Sorry.
We're at
We're at
27.
27, 28, 9, 30.
I was actually gonna say for the Gen 4 and such, there's also the Pokemon Ranch.
Ugh.
Ah, don't tell me you guys hate that too. Jesus Christ.
Hold on, it's only Ted made the noise. Don't assume that we all think so.
There's nothing to do.
Yeah, there's nothing to do in it. It's kind of pointless.
I like it. God damn it. How dare I like something that you don't like?
Do you like Pokemon Channel?
It's a bunch of low poly 3D models just doing nothing.
I don't
I have
care.
a question. Did Ghastly just stick a needle in his own forehead?
Yes,
Yes, it was
that's
Well,
correct.
he's
spite.
transparent.
He cursed you.
I'm pretty sure
Ah,
voodoo involves sticking a needle in a doll made in the shape of your opponent, not into your own forehead.
He's a ghost. It doesn't matter.
Oddly enough,
I know. Never mind.
Curse only does that when you use it on ghost type Pokemon, but when you
Yeah.
use it on a not ghost type Pokemon, it's actually more useful because it ups your attack and defense while lowering speed, which is good for Pokemon that are already slow anyway, like Snorlax
Well-
comes immediately to mind.
Oh
No,
shit.
I actually kind of like using it for if your ghost Pokemon's about to faint, curse yourself,
Run,
and
run.
then you'll start doing damage on the other Pokemon. It's just like it's just like Simon's Quest. Like, I curse.
Fuck, I forgot
When it
this.
comes to committing suicide, I still think Explosion is the most satisfying way.
Well, yeah, there's
Okay.
that. Obviously, if you want to be really extravagant about it, but if you want to be really sinister with it, you curse yourself. I mean, you curse your opponent. I'm sorry.
And then you bring out a defensive wall and then just harden so it can't do fucking anything to you
I
while it
just
slowly dies.
switch. I just switch the Pokemon, then it's all normal.
God
When
damn
I
it.
was, I think one of my just joke playthroughs of Gen 3, I caught an Electrode, nicknamed it Grenade. The Electrode is one of the fastest Pokemon in the entire series. Sent it out first, immediately use Explosion.
Oh, but you'll never get experience that way.
It's a fucking Electrode.
Its
What do
only
I
purpose
care?
is to blow up.
Silence! I kill you!
Anyway, so we really shouldn't be doing the Pokemon Tower at this point because we need the Silph Scope in order to identify the ghosts, even though we can fight trainers using ghost Pokemon.
You shall join us. No, I don't want to join you.
Well, don't the ghosts actually are the ghosts even like ghost types?
Yeah, they're ghastly.
There's Ghastlies, Haunters, and Cubones.
And
They
Cubones.
all show up. I don't know if the Cubones will show. The Cubones are really rare.
The Cubones show up as ghost sprites too, which
Okay.
I don't get at all. Are we catching ghost Cubones or I don't? You can hear from
It's
that.
making
cry,
the
that's
ghastly
obvious.
noise.
that
That's
sounds like a ghastly
obviously-
noise. Yeah.
Yeah, you can actually tell which Pokemon it is based off the cry, and I did run into a Cubone ghost throughout this venture. It's just that why is the Cubone a ghost?
Actually, wait. You know what? I think I know what's really going on. It's the blank. You know,
You
trying to-
already said the first part of it, Marowak. Yeah, it's a ghost Marowak.
Spoilers! Damn it. Okay, but no, it's Marowak, I think, is trying to fuck with you. Therefore, it keeps trying to do like a hallucination, covering all the Pokemon. Therefore, you see it as scary, but when
It's
you run away,
railroading.
the Pokemon's like, what the fuck? What did
From
I
a
do?
technical
Like,
standpoint, yes, it's railroading, but I think there is some credence to Amanda's explanation.
That guy just said, "Give
Could
me
explain the
blood."
flaw. Yeah, no, it's donation drive.
KKKKK.
I thought it was.
No, it's KKKKK.
Well, then that's you taking it on a little.
Urfqua.
It's supposed to be a cackle, but when you pronounce the syllables the way they're
Yeah.
written, yeah.
That's why I was going.
The look on her face is just frightening. It's just like,
Yeah.
ah!
Yeah, I mean,
It's
she totally
as if
doesn't have a nose or anything.
What is he doing?
Is it a
What
he or
is she
a she?
doing?
Yeah.
She's killing herself.
I could have.
Against you. Oh no, how did I lose?
I thought it was. What do you call it? I thought she was just being possessed, and then once you beat
Yeah,
her,
they're all
apparently that.
being- That's why there's a creepy expression.
Sends out last Pokemon. Electrode, use explosion. Curses, how did I lose?
This is like the quickest. We're like doing The Exorcist, the whole entire movie of The
That's what I was
Exorcist,
trying to
within
say.
3 seconds.
Yeah.
And there's nothing we can do here, so we just have to leave.
Just run.
Oh god damn it. Oh okay. Well, that's the Pokemon Tower.
Are you gonna cut to the top next time?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Jerry.
we're cutting to the top. No, you want me to tap into my inner Lewis and Ryan?
No, please.
I haven't recorded that
Lewis.
part yet. I can still do it.
No, please don't.
Oh.
And
Well,
okay.
that would be an excellent bluff if I didn't already have the next part in another tab.
Wait, you know what? That actually would work because then it's Johnny. That would scare everybody. Oh my God! What is he doing? No!
Might be already November by the time we get to that part.
Oh.